The Ritual is a new Netflix original film that tells the story of four friends that had suffered a tragic loss. One of their friends was brutally murdered in a convenience store, so they decide that they want to go hiking in memory of this friend. While hiking in the mountains in Sweden, one of them sprains their ankle and they want to take a detour through the forest to get home quicker. Well, they go through this forest and start to find dead animals in the trees, markings on trees, and a couple abandoned houses, and they start to experience what might be a ritual in the forest. I was looking forward to this film. I always kind of like these ritual movies. I like the idea of Blair Witch movies, even though they aren't the best movies ever made. And this is very similar to the Blair Witch movies, if the Blair Witch movies were any good. This movie had a really chilling atmosphere, and that's one of the best things about this movie, is that they are in this forest and you really do feel that they're isolated from the world. There is something that's creeping behind them when they're traveling through the forest, but it's just them four walking through the forest. And the movie does an awesome job of crafting this atmosphere, utilizing very quiet moments, not having loud, scary moments to scare the viewers. You really do feel like they are alone in the world in this forest, and there's something kind of right behind them at each step. As they go through and find these couple abandoned houses, they learn more about what might be right behind them. This movie managed to scare me without having those jump scares and crows and cats and your friend up right behind you. It managed to scare me with its imagery and its atmosphere that it created. You can tell that something was off when watching this film as they're traveling through this wood, and as they stayed overnight in this abandoned house, you felt a little uneasy when watching this film. They didn't have that loud music, and as they're walking through, you kind of see things in the woods, and that's something that also truly terrified me, is that there's a lot of moments, kind of like Insidious, where you're watching something, you're focused on one thing, and then you see something slightly move in the background, and then you catch it, and then that really terrifies you. The Ritual did an awesome job many times of having those moments, and you're wondering, what is that? I really can't see what that is, but I'm kind of scared right now. This movie was very mature. It had a lot of depth to the characters. One of the characters was suffering a lot because he felt like he was responsible for his friend's death. So there's a lot of depth to that character. There's a lot of tension between him and the other friends because other friends kind of blame him for that. They think that he should have done more. It creates mature conversations, and these characters handle the moments of rituals or whatever is going on very nicely. I was really happy with The Ritual. Had some really cool characters, some really good acting. It was very mature, but also it managed to terrify me at times without actually having those jump scares. The atmosphere was great, and the end was crazy with what was actually happening in the woods and what they experienced. It was very disturbing at times, and what was lurking behind them was revealed. I found it to be absolutely terrifying. Like, I never want to go camping again. So I'm going to go ahead and give The Ritual a B. Definitely check this movie out. It's on Netflix now. It's streaming exclusively on Netflix. There's a lot of Netflix movies coming out this month, and we got a lot of Netflix movies previously. So you guys have a lot to watch on Netflix, but The Ritual should be one that you do watch. I'll also have a review for the movie When We First Met and a couple other movies later this month. You guys are the best as always. This is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.